All right, so this is my workstation. Here is where I basically edit everything, and the main heart, the brain of this desk is obviously my Mac Studio M1 Max edition with all of these monitors. But this video is not about that. This video is actually about something that I always wanted to upgrade, because while this is my main workhorse, I have so many things on my desk, and yes, it usually looks like this. This is a desk where I'm working, so I don't understand where people, especially on YouTube, are able to maintain their desk in a, let's say, clean and always in this kind of thumbnail-worthy condition. I work here, there is paper, stuff, everything is lying on the desk. So this is basically what it looks like all of the time. But continuing with the video, I have so many things, be it DJI, focus, a DJI Nano, for example, or the Xbox ROG Ally that you probably have seen or potentially have seen on my second channel, where I do a lot of gaming stuff and reviews about this small camera. But I also have here a MacBook M3 Pro that is basically the work station that I utilize when I'm at a client, or like a couple of weeks ago where I went to Poland to edit on set. And sometimes I work on this main computer whilst doing my vlogs and other YouTube videos on this at the same time. Basically, this has to render and here I'm editing, or vice versa. And so all of these small devices, obviously also my phone, all of these devices are on my desk as well, and they have all USB-C power inputs. So I need a place to kind of load and charge all of these devices at the same time. At the moment, I have a very old little thing that has multiple USB-A outputs with low power. It's not power delivery, but it's low power. So that device, that old device, is only charging all of these smaller devices with a low power current. So charging it very slow, and it's not capable to charge my MacBook Pro. So I have this on a separate charger, and this device really needs an upgrade, which is the reason why I just got now this power outlet smart device from AOE. It's a 280 watt GaN charger that I will now put into my desk, basically to have let's say, more present or future-proof power delivery device on my desk to charge all of these extra devices besides my Mac Studio and brain of this desk. So now I will unbox this and then kind of put it into my desk where there is a huge mess. So now you will also see the reality of someone who doesn't know how to properly cable manage their desk, basically. So this is an unboxing and first impressions. Let's go to the unboxing, and then we will kind of put it into my desk, or not into my desk, on my desk. All right, here we are. As I said, this is an unboxing and first impressions. Let's read the box real quick. So as I've been saying, this is a 280 watts GaN charger with a couple of outputs. I think, 8 fast charging outputs. So much better than this very outdated device that I have installed here on my desk. It has a display that I'm really curious to see what it actually will all display. It says app remote control, which honestly, I find really stupid. I don't know. I don't want to install another app, especially not for something that is charging my devices. So that's something that I'm very hesitant about. But I do like that there is an intelligent display. I hope that I can kind of do things to this device without utilizing the app. So you have 280 watt power delivery, 3.2 fast charging, which is really important because I feel like some people kind of misunderstand the wattage on chargers. If you have, for example, a 100 watt GaN charger, it means that these 100 watts will be distributed amongst all of the devices that are connected to the outputs of the charger. and not necessarily mean that that every single output has 100 watts, which sometimes lead people to kind of think, oh, why is my MacBook Pro charging so slow, whilst, for example, a phone and maybe, I don't know, another phone is attached to that power brick, and then all of this watt is kind of distributed along all of the three devices. Depending on the power charger, it will kind of determine which outlet of that power brick is delivering what kind of wattage. But if you are expecting a fast charge on your MacBook Pro, for example, and you connect a phone to a 100 or 65 watt GaN charger, it might not fast charge. So having a little bit more headroom with 280 watts is actually really good. And this not only has the 4 USB-C ports, but also USB-A ports. And more importantly, this is a GaN charging technology. GaN charging, from how I understand it, means it will somewhat ensure that the power brick will not run too hot. From my experience and from what I know from feature pages, GaN charging is supposed to keep everything a little bit cooler and a little bit more reliable. So now let's, and having a cool charger is actually really important. You don't want to create a fire hazard. Never happened, but I feel like there are some chargers that I personally threw away where I felt like, oh, this charger is really becoming unnecessarily hot. So I never felt comfortable to continue using those chargers. So let's open up this box, and here it is. Wow, this is actually a really beautiful. Let's take off this. This is always so satisfying. So let's take a look on the outside. So this is a very heavy little brick. I actually got here on the outside the European plug. I'm not really sure if what material this is. It feels very heavy, but this outer shell feels a little bit plasticky. It looks aluminium, but it doesn't feel like aluminium. I don't know what it is actually. So you have a power button, I think, and a little thing where you can push inside, like a reset button where it says Wi-Fi reset. Also another thing, why would I connect a charging device to my Wi-Fi? I definitely need to check the manual. By the way, for all of these things, I kind of like intentionally be a little bit uninformed, so you can kind of, as you do here now, experience my first honest impression real time. So it says here USB-C. So here you can kind of see how the power is distributed amongst those things. And I just realized I'm getting older. I'm having trouble reading this. So sorry about that. Again, this is not a review, this is first impressions. So you have 4 USB-C ports here on the outside, 2 USB-A ports, and then the power. So nothing too big. Let's see what's here. Oh, so this is the USA cable that I won't need because I live in Germany. So let's go into this manual real quick, because I'm actually a little bit confused about this. So you have an LED screen, beginner's guide. Yeah, what the display will kind of tell you. Oh, it actually has a temperature screen as well. So that is really cool. I do like that a lot. It has a standby selection mode. So it can go into standby. Interesting. Well, I think this will be a little bit self-explanatory once I put this on. Or you have different displays. Oh, here, device connection app download. Yeah, obviously you need Wi-Fi. I'm so stupid. Obviously you need Wi-Fi to connect to the app, of course. But I'm not going to do that. Why? Because I think it's stupid. I don't want an app for my charger. If you like that, all the power to you. But yeah, you basically, if I'm seeing here correctly, you can see from afar how all of the outputs are kind of managed. You see the power delivery in the app, the temperature. It's cool that they have that, but I don't need that, honestly. I really don't. So yeah, let's put that on the desk and do a little bit more of a walkthrough. Okay, so here we are on the back of my computer, and as you can see, cable management is not my forte. But to be fair to myself, all of these cables are very short, and especially all of the Thunderbolt cables are short, and if I would replace them with longer ones, those are expensive. So yeah, that's the reason why I have so many short cables, or at least they're not long enough to do proper cable management. And this setup grew over time. I have so many things connected to this workstation that I just can't do it. I'm so sorry if this is something where people are kind of offended by this type of cable mess. It's controlled chaos, let's call it that way. So this device here with this fan on top, this cools basically my CalDigit device and my Blackmagic device. On top here we have this very old and yeah, terrible kind of charging device, and this is the thing that we will replace. Let me just disconnect all of these cables, and I am a little bit fearful because I honestly don't know all of the things that are here connected, so this is going to be very interesting. And take this off. So this is this old little, it's from Anker, but it's definitely an older or low spec model. While it says IQ, I don't know what was IQ, it's slow charging, but it has obviously a lot of USB-A power outlets that I just want and need to replace. All right, a little bit of a, let's say, presentational or stupid error on my side. So while I wanted to kind of install this on my desk, I realized it's really hard to kind of film whatever this device is doing and how I want to showcase it from my first impression. So I had this installed, but then I realized I don't know how to film this properly. So I detached everything again, and I kind of want to go through all of this device for the first time because, again, I just put everything up and then noticed, oh, I don't know how to film this. And then I took everything apart again. So let's go over the features now. So as you can see here, the display is now on and it shows obviously the wrong time. Pushing the button goes through a couple of different pages. Let me just adjust this a little bit. So first display, power delivery. Second display, distributed on these 4 plugs. I am confused that it doesn't show the 2 plugs on the side as well, but only these 4. But I think that's a limitation of the display potentially. Oh, here it is. On the second page you have those. And then this is the temperature, which I really like that it shows the temperature. That to me is a good safety feature. Then you have a selection display, and going back to all of the pages again. And here, going to this, it not only tells you the wattage, but also underneath the volts and ampere. So I want to just double check because there are no other buttons. If I press and hold this, does it do anything? Nope. It switches it off. Okay. Okay, so I guess without the app, you can't do anything. But again, for me, this is a charging brick. I don't want to kind of deal with any settings with an app or anything like that. So I'm good that it has these basic features with one button. So let's connect one cable here and connect it to my phone, the Samsung Fold 5, and let's see if the display changes. Oh yeah, you probably saw that. So this is, I'm sorry, this is definitely not the best way to show this, but I hope it brings across what we're doing here. So now it shows it's delivering 18 watts power to charge to explore, whatever that means. So it only delivers at the moment 18 watts around that. And let me just check here. What does it say? It does it say fast charging? Usually it does say something, but it doesn't say fast charging here. It says 28 minutes to fully charged. So I am a little bit confused. I would have been under the impression that that potentially would deliver a little bit more. I'm not sure if that is the cable. I actually did buy USB cable tester. You can see a review about that on my second channel. Let's, just to be safe, check this cable real fast. Please connect the cable. So this is a 3-dix USB cable checker. So let's see. Does this have an e-marker? So this is a passive cable with 100 watts. So it has power delivery and it's a USB 4 cable. So in actuality, it should definitely give me fast charging. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. So I put it back into the first one and connected. Now it says super fast charging. Why didn't it say previously? So it went to the clock, which obviously is wrong. Can I change the clock? No. So you can only change the clock with the app. This is unfortunate, but I don't care. So charging power, 25 degrees Celsius. Going back here, it says 16 watts on the first page, 18 watts on this one. So I'm not really sure what the first display is. Let's go to the other ports, just to be safe, what it will say on those ports. Also fast charging. So yeah, I think that was just a mistake on my part that I potentially didn't see my phone saying fast charging. So all of these are fast charging. So yeah, I mean, this is essentially just a charging brick for your home with multiple outputs for USB-C and to USB-A in a very cool, stylish enclosure with a cool display. So if you have multiple items on your desk that you want to charge, maybe your MacBook Pro and then a couple of other devices, I think this is a really good addition to your desk setup. Yeah, I will link it in the description below. That's an affiliate link. With those you won't obviously not pay more. There's probably also a discount code there. You can use that and get a little bit off the purchasing price. But again, you don't pay more, you actually pay less. So, and you support this channel that way. So if you do use that code, thank you very much. And yeah, let me know what you think about this kind of power brick. Is it maybe a little bit of an overkill, especially with the app functionality? Do you actually need that? But what do you actually think? Oh, this is amazing. Let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to potentially see my review about this USB-C cable checker, I link it up here on my second channel. YouTube thinks I like the video down here. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. That way we see each other in the next video. Thank you very much.